What's up, No Skip Show? This is Sean O'Donnell. You don't want to miss this. We are here in Detroit, Rock City, with the one and only Andrew Wells of Idola and Dance Gavin Dance. How's it going?
It's going great. Weekend of tour, it's going great. Couldn't be better.
Hell yeah, it's a Tuesday in Detroit, right?
Tuesday, beautiful too. This is the best weather we've had. So
It's a little windy. We had to go around the corner, but we're making it work. So if you want to tell everybody, who are you and where are you from?
I'm Andrew Michael Wells. I'm from Salt Lake City, Utah. I play in Idola and Dance Gavin Dance.
All right. So how would you describe your sound to someone who has never listened to you? Let's start with Eidola at first.
Depends on the album. I'd say experimental rock, heavy, chaotic, blistering metalcore with some cool, smooth guitar licks and R&B vocals. Somewhere in there, yeah.
Okay, and that's for Idola. Now, you've only fronted Dance Gavin Dance, I say, 3 years now? Now, obviously, it's a brand new sound. It's a brand new sound because you're a brand new vocalist to the band. So most of the times, I'd say they revolve around Johnny Craig or Kurt Travis and or Tillian Pearson. How do I say the rest of the boys revolve around your vocals?
I mean, this era of the band, I would say, has been the most collaborative that the band's ever experienced, where everybody's working together for the music instead of it just kind of being chaotic and all over the place. And, you know, your vocal comes in and it's, you know, the music's somewhat built around them. This is built as a team. And since I've been playing guitar for dance for 10 years and writing a lot of the music with Will and with Matt, this was a cool opportunity for us to recraft everything from the ground up and just say, well, what did we like about the past albums? What did we like about recent albums? What didn't we like? What do we want to try? What new territory we want to tackle? And just put together something that we really all enjoyed. Something that we make music that we wanted to make. Have fun.
Yeah, and so that's what I like about even the singles off this new album, All the Way Down and Midnight at McGuffey's. Pantheon, a collective of musicians and or legends of the scene that created a new Dance Gavin Dance album. Now with Sergio added to the band, Martin Bianchini added to the band, it is now, Dance Gavin Dance is now a post-hardcore super group as it, originally was as well. But now with you being in Idola, Sergio having his hands in everything as well, Will having his hands in everything, Martin Bianchini being heavy as he is with his side project Ember Throne. There's just endless possibilities of where Dance Gavin Dance can go.
It's not up to me, it's a tragedy. In the open, but nobody wants to see clearly.
Am I right?
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. It's, I mean, at the end of the day, we just like making music together. That's really what we come to do, is just like test ourselves and make something that we like and challenge ourselves every record. And I think that this is a testament to that. With Martin and Sergio involved, it's just a new element in every capacity. Like everybody's taking influence from each other and all these different places and putting it together and elevating the whole product. So I'm so excited. Like there's so much diversity and versatility on the record. We really try to hit every pocket and explore new territory. And we're already writing another one. So it's just uphill from here. So.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So tonight, you guys play a variety of tracks for the show. What goes into creating the set list and how did you pick and choose those songs? Maybe talk about playing your older songs that haven't been played in a long time. I do want, for the record here, who chose for Burning Down the Nicotine Armor War to be in the set list?
That was definitely me. I grew up listening to Dance in high school, and that was one of my favorite songs of them growing up with Wizard Row and then DBM 1 and DBM 2. Those are all just like classic records that I love and cherish. And with it being the band's like 20-year anniversary too, it was going into it. This was also, again, not just from a collaborative element of writing and recording new music, but also picking the live set. You know, in the past, it was always kind of butting heads of like, okay, well, let's just play the same. Let's play Inspire the Liars again for the 15th, 100th time. Let's just look at the Spotify top plays. And there's merit to that, I think, for some bands. For us, with it being such a crazy legacy with multiple singers, multiple eras, people coming in and finding out and going back, we really wanted to do service for the fans who've been with us for so long. Like, that was a real focus, is like, how do we build a set that really pays homage to the people that are diehards, the people that come and support us and give us the opportunity to feed our families and you know, make music for a living. How do you pay homage to those folks, right? Not just the fair weather fans, like people that are in it to win it and support what we do. And that's who we do it for. You know, it's like you could try to please everybody and you're going to fail every time. Or you can stay true to yourself and stay true to the people that are your diehards. And that's what we wanted to do. So,
being an OG Dance Gavin Dance band, being there since 2007, 2008, obviously haven't heard a Weissero song since 2011-ish, where Johnny Craig reunited the band for a one-off show. They played Robot 2, as well as Squash the Beat tour, where Kurt Travis opened the show with Robot versus Vietnam. So it's been a very long time since a Weissero song has been played, and can't appreciate it enough. And obviously, you're a legend for bringing it back to the set list for OGs. Another question would be, what does the legacy of Dance Gavin Dance mean to you, both as a fan, a guitarist, and now the vocalist?
it's a great question. It means everything to me, man. I've, growing up listening to this band and, to being in it as a collaborator, as a touring guitar player, then as a full-time writer, to being a full-time musician in the band, and then now taking this mantle. It's been our journey. It's defined over a third of my life so far, if not half of my life. I'm 33. I turned 34 on this tour, and it's been, between this and Idola, how I've been able to feed my family and make a living for the last 10 years. So I couldn't be more grateful for the fans that have supported us and the journey. The legacy to me is just, I think Will said it best. When Will set out for DGD, his dream was to make it essentially like a post-hardcore Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah.
Like a Grateful Dead, where it's like you have this, these core cruxes of musicians, but then you have these guys that come in and are just these shining stars that collaborate in these different capacities, and you don't limit it to just one thing, right? You don't limit it to it's just this era or it's just this era. It's expansive. It exists beyond all of that, and that's our goal. And to permeate that and get to as many new listeners as possible is to say, we're open. We'll collaborate with guitar players, with bass players, with singers, with producers. Like, we'll collaborate with anybody that we feel is, going to bring something strong and unique to the table. And that's the legacy of Dance Gavin Dance, in my opinion, is a band that's like not scared to double down and do new shit, regardless of what anyone says.
Right. And I go on Swan posting all the time. We got to defend you, Andrew Wells. Fans will easily say no, Tillian era, Johnny era, Kurt era, pick and choose now. Well, now they got to deal with you. But you that right there shows that you respect the band and you respect the band's legacy and what you're bringing to the legacy of the band now. How is the process of preserving DGD's history and adding to it in your newest album?
Obviously there's, it's just what you mentioned. You're going to get criticism no matter what.
Right.
No matter what you do. Even when you're nailing it, right? You could go and fucking nail Burning Down or Blue Dream or any track.
Loving it.
Somebody's going to say some shit because that's the internet. We don't pay attention to any of that shit.
No.
And the people that sell out our shows don't pay attention. If you're a fan, you're going to come out and you're going to have a good time. And if you're not, then fuck off. We don't really give a shit what you do.
No.
And as far as entering new territory, we just make music for fun. We make music for us. We don't make it for anybody else. This is art that we want to make. And we're not going to be stymied by anybody.
any naysayers, any shit talkers, that's like all noise. We don't pay attention to it. And so when you're defining like a new legacy or a new era, for us, it really just comes down to, are we making music that we want to make? You know, are we happy with the product? If we're happy with it, that's all that matters.
Right.
And we pulled out all the stops. There's so many different voices on it. That's the other thing too, is you're going to hear a lot of layers on it. But almost all of I would say all of John's pitch screaming stuff is layered by me. So you can hear that in McGuffey's, like beginning parts.
Yes.
This is my pitch and dirty vocal with his dirty vocal on top. And then there's other stuff where it's like our screams are layered, or me, Will, and John's screams are layered, or Will's got a layer in here. We never got to do that in a lot of the eras of the band, where you have Happiness, which was like, Will screaming and Kurt, but you didn't really have an era where it was the three of us like going
at
a couple singles, right? Yeah, you had Billy Royalton, you have War Machine, has some versatility there. But this whole record is just super diverse. It's so many different vocal layers and nuances that I'm super stoked for.
So, another question is, the two singles dropped. John starts off the songs. I've tried to explain to some fans that it seems like they took DGD kind of took the secret band perspective, and maybe John came in harder first, and then you added your melodies and stuff. What was the writing process for Pantheon?
So both from the music and the vocal perspective, again, super collaborative. So musically, it's the first time in many years where the band got together and actually wrote like a band. A lot of years it was like Will would write the songs and he'd give them to us. Matt would do his flavor on things. I'd add a guitar, or Will would do both guitars. We both co-write bass, or we'd have Sergio co-write bass. But generally the structures were done by Will. And then the vocals were done in a very just every man for himself type of way. Tillian off in a room and me in a room and John in a room, but we're not really collaborating, right?
Right.
On Pantheon, it was completely the opposite. It was almost all the songs were co-written together in a room. They were jammed out like old school fucking band style.
Garage style, yeah.
The vocals, same way. We actually wrote all of the vocals, me, John, and Will, in the back of the bus on the Falling in Reverse tour. So we passed a mic around, we co-wrote the melodies, we co-wrote the lyrics, everything's collaborative on that. So, if people want to track, I don't like the way John says this, or I don't like this thing, it's like, okay, well, that's coming from everybody's brain. You can try to find a villain in that, but you're buying a pretty low IQ if that's the conclusion that you come to. So I would say, again, collaboratively, that's really where our heads were. Everybody going in.
That's awesome.
And then the focus, the real thing where people want to argue, what's the focus? My pitch has always been, John's been here since the jump.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, if you're going to have to say someone's a front man, you might as well give it to John. John's fucking earned it. Right. However, that whole thing is to say, I think people having a discourse around it are just, they're doing a disservice to themselves and how it colors their perspective on how they listen to the music, right? By defining it in that way, right? Just listen to the music. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. That's fine. It's got to be this guy. It's got to be found to focus on this guy. It's like, band's never pick that. Like, I know, but it defines your eras. But if you actually were a fan like yourself, you know that every time the band goes through this, it's insane.
Yes.
It's insane.
Yeah.
I mean, the fall off that DGD had when they got Tillian the first time was astronomical. It should be studied. I've seen it went from 800 cap rooms to 200 cap rooms for 3 years.
Right.
In succession. I've been the lead singer for a year, right? And we're selling out 4,000 tickets in New York City. Like, there's been no drop off. It's been only an increase. So the fact that, and there's way more eyeballs on it than there were even when Johnny was in the band. So it's way bigger than it ever was. My conclusion to that is the band is, I've said this from the beginning, both as a fan and being in and as a guitar player and being the singer, the band is bigger than all of us.
Yeah.
If it wasn't, then any of our side projects would be more successful than it.
I also believe that's what makes the Pantheon title make it even better, like makes the album even better.
Yeah.
Is that as a collaboration, you guys as a whole are Dance Gavin Dance. Anyone who you guys invite in, whether it's Veil of Maya members, whether
Mark is on a song.
Zachary Guerin, Baron Bioncini, anyone, totally. It makes Pantheon even better.
I'll make one quick comment on that too. I don't read comments, but I did have a friend of mine send me one that was fucking hilarious. I'll just comment on it real quick. It was someone was like, "Oh man, I already hate it. It sounds like Andrew came up with the Pantheon title and it's gonna make it all preachy." First of all, fuck you. Yeah. Second of all, John Mess came up with the title, so you got a gripe. Take it up with John.
Yeah, John Mess is a G though. He's the OG. We do got 2 more questions for you. 1, what does your local scene mean to you? And that's coming from your hometown.
I'm probably gonna ruffle some feathers with this one, but it doesn't mean anything to me. Utah's scene is dog shit. I stand by that. There've been some really good people in the past. There've been like Drew Hudson has always been super kind to me. He used to play in a band called Hurricane Dane. I Am the Ocean. Really cool, like bro shit bands. Jesse Kassar from there that ran the Shred Shed in Salt Lake. Awesome guy. But most of the bands there are fucking ass and they're super competitive. It's like crabs in a barrel. So like the first time we got a record contract, and bear in mind, like we got signed by Blue Swan, we still didn't make money.
Right.
Yes, many years we had to grind our asses off.
Because you guys were riding.
We outworked everybody, and we still outwork everybody. And that scene tore us down. They did not want to see us succeed ever. They were like, nah, fuck Idola, fuck those guys. And we try to set up collaborative shows. We try to do something innovative, try to do something new. We try to get people outside of the box. And people just weren't having it. And you kind of had this dichotomy in Utah where it's either really, really heavy countercultural bands. My cousin Alex used to sing for Chelsea Grin. They're from there. Great dudes, great band. Really good friends with Tom now. But like, as far as like Utah goes, if you look at bands that are from Utah, they all move. Every single one of them.
They all get out.
And they blow up and they move. So all the used guys, like the drummer for Eidola, he went to high school with the used guys. They moved to LA. Bert's in Australia. Same thing with Chelsea Grin. They dipped out of there. Like all those guys dipped because there really just isn't a scene there. Right? I wish I could say that like I love my local scene. I do support local scenes. I wish that local scenes would make a comeback. I wish that people would rally behind each other and make good music and not pick each other apart. But that exists on every level. All right, from a local scene to a national scene to an international scene. If you guys just enjoy the music and embrace each other and stop fucking shitting on the internet with your brains every day, God, the scene would be a much better place for everybody, from the top to the bottom.
Yes, so that's what the No Skip Show, our crew, does. We literally absorb all types of genres of music. We were at The Word Alive on Thursday. We were at Between the Buried and Me on Saturday. We were at Pierce the Veil and Sleeping with Sirens on Sunday, or the whole Monday, Memorial Day off. Today, we're here in Detroit, and that's what we do, man. We literally go from community to community in genre, and we spread the word of those bands and those local bros. There's local bros in Haven State and Space Weather, which they're post-hardcore band in Pittsburgh that are trying to make their ways on the come up, and we just try to spread the word of all local bands that are trying to make it, where Dance Gavin Dance kind of came from as well, Sacramento 2007.
The scene, I mean, that's where it used to, like local scenes used to be where things would pop.
Right.
Because people were a team.
Yeah.
You'd band together because everybody wanted to see each other succeed rather than see each other fail. That's a huge difference from where it used to be. On all levels, right? People get more enjoyment out of trying to see something fail than they do out of watching their homies succeed. That's just sad to me. That's just brain rot from the internet. I think it's a byproduct of chronic social media use. And I would love to see people get back to the love behind it,
And that's what we try to do in Pittsburgh, and that's what we're trying to do here in Detroit. We're just trying to spread the word. We want people to know about Dance Gavin Dance. We want people to know about Idola, because sometimes Dance Gavin Dance gets a bad rap, but they don't understand just because they listen to Blue Dream on TikTok. They don't understand because, they're just they follow Swan posting, and they're like, that's toxic too, We want people to understand Dance Gavin Dance and Idola and the whole Blue Swan community, as well as Kill Iconic community that there's more to you guys than what the internet has to say about you. And from word of mouth or whatever, it sounds pretty much like you're a great guy. You're down to earth, and you want people to follow Dance Gavin Dance and Idola and enjoy the music. Just enjoy the fucking music. That's all we want. But I believe that's all we got with you, Andrew.
Awesome.
This has been the No Skip Show. We told you didn't want to miss it, and I'm pretty sure you didn't miss nothing at all.